Pisces. Hi, Pisces. How has the energy of the full moon in Cancer, the full cold moon in Cancer at the end of this month, been treating you? And where is it leading you? Perhaps into a lengthy entanglement. Are some of you considering a lengthy entanglement at this time? A commitment to a partner of sorts, whether that is your own work, your own business, or actually with a partnership with someone else outside of yourself. That's just what's come through for us so far. No surprise that we see the Lover's card with Pisces. How do the effects of this Cancer full moon ripple out and continue to inform Piscean lives for the next month-ish? Let's see. The Two of Wands in reverse. The Page of Cups upright. Moving away from the Seven of Pentacles reversed and toward the Magician upright. Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And this is more what you're moving toward rather than advice or an overall energy, which is how I use the bottom of the deck sometimes. I just switch up how I use it. It's more moving into the future in this case. So Pisces, currently, you may be getting an offer of love. I saw that lengthy entanglement. You may be getting an offer of love from someone. Or you are... I often think of this, especially in this deck, I often think of this card as a representative of Pisces, just as in the Deviant Moon Tarot, just as much as I do the Moon card or the Hangman, really. So you're either getting a very sweet, timid, dreamy offer of love from someone outside of yourself, or you are offering this type of love to yourself. And yeah, I get that feeling for a lot of you, Pisces. And for a lot of you, it's both, right? The offer or offers of love are rolling in because you are in this energy of showing yourself so much love, really appreciating what you have to offer. And specifically for a lot of us, in that space, we are getting a lot of messages from our dreams. Yeah, there are a lot of messages accessible to you at this time, deep within your subconscious. You are diving deep within your own subconscious and offering yourself gems about who you are, what you want, where you're headed, what you need, maybe who is a good partner, or what lengthy entanglements are a good idea for you at this time. And I think you're motivated to do so because recently what you're moving out of is this feeling of success not being all it was cracked up to be. You've had some success, I think. You've gotten something that you wanted, but it just doesn't feel exactly how you thought it would. Maybe because you don't have anyone to share it with, or the right person to share it with. Hi, baby. Perhaps for others of you, it's just not the work that you were meant to be focusing on, right? You got that job, you got that promotion, you birthed that project into the world. It happened, it became a reality, but once you were there, once you made that move, so to speak, you realize that's not really the work you want to be doing. It doesn't satisfy you, doesn't fulfill you. I normally do not use this term, but I am blocked to any other message coming through for the Two of Wands in reverse for a reason right now. Some of you are missing a twin. And I could just mean, I normally don't talk about soulmates, twin flames, soul matches, or any specifically labeled divine partnership. I like to say, you know, if it's divine to you, then it's divine. If it's divine in your mind and heart, then it's divine. But it's someone that you fancy as a twin. It's someone that you have thought of that way, and you are missing them. Now, maybe, I mean, you've never met them, and you've heard the description of what that is, and you're wanting it very badly. And so yes. So much surprising physical confirmation about that. A lot of you, and Pisces, you know, being as psychic as you are, a lot of you are awaiting their arrival. And it looks like moving into the new year, you will continue to wait because you've read up or watched videos or what have you on the characteristics of a twin, and for some reason, Pisces, you want to meet yours. You're eagerly awaiting them, and a lot of you are maybe in those dream messages, or you know, either through other senses of yours, you sense them coming. You want to meet this person, and or you are sensing that they're on the horizon. You're sensing that you're near. You're sensing that it's close. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for a lot of Pisces. Right around this time, there's a twin energy, or again, someone that you fancy to be a twin that you're either missing or that you sense coming back or coming for the first time right around the corner, and you're wanting them or you're sensing them. Maybe you are connecting with them in your subconscious, in your dream worlds. Some of you may very well be, whether you are consciously remembering it or not. And again, I think you're motivated to visit these things because you've had a recent success and it just wasn't all it's cracked up to be. Now, some of you, that's because, you know, it wasn't in line with your true life purpose, and that's more of what you're seeking, which is associated with the twin flame journey, right? Meeting them would have a lot to do with you being able to recognize what your soul's mission is and fulfill that life purpose, as I understand it. But you better work. You better work. Dedication and progress. The Eight of Crystals, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Earth. They are coming, Pisces. If you're waiting on someone, they're coming. It may not be anywhere near as soon as you are wanting it to be, but they are coming. And the advice here, that card from the SpirtSong Tarot, is your advice. Work on you. Work on that soul mission. Work on that whatever creative project you're currently birthing into the world. Whatever you think might be your life purpose, even if you're not sure what it is yet, work on those things. And with this Page of Cups here, your connection to your subconscious, to your higher self, in whatever form that is, whether it's expanding your psychic abilities, exploring your dreams deeper, exploring, you know, extra senses in general. That may very well be for a lot of you connected to your life purpose. I'm sure there are plenty of light workers and healers in this community, more so than anything else. And the advice is to continue working, to see more progress. And again, if it's someone in particular that you're waiting on, that you're hoping for, that you're wanting at this time, it might not be anywhere near. The divine partnership, we'll go back to saying, might not be anywhere near as close as you would like it to be. But if you sense that it is, there's a reason. You're supposed to make progress. You're supposed to be working right now. And it can seem like a cruel joke for the multiverse or whatever anchors you, whatever is divine to you beyond the veil, to be calling to you with this sort of this tug or this nudge of, come on, they're right around the corner, this indication that there's something so close, when really all they're trying to get you to do is work. They need you to work. They need you to do your work. It can seem cruel, and what I want you to do is to not lose hope. What the spread is asking you to do is not lose hope, because 88, first of all, 88 may be particularly significant, I see to you now. But what we have coming up is, one, as I just said to Aquarius, what we have coming up significantly astrologically is Mars moving out of your sign and moving into Aries, a time when I think everybody, including Pisces, will have more focus and more direction, more knowledge about what it is they want to do in the world, or at least, you know, what direction you want to point your power in. You Aquarius got this card as well, Pisces. You too do know that you have all of the tools to manifest whatever it is that you need. You're feeling very powerful as this year comes to a close, but you just may not be entirely certain what direction you want to point that power in yet. You're not exactly sure what the aim is. Yeah, there's definitely a lack of direction with the Two of Wands in reverse. It does not always, it's not a twin card to me. It's not, definitely doesn't always have that message. That's just what was overwhelmingly here for you. But it's also a lack of direction. And not for lack of power, not for lack of tools, not for lack of access to the ability to succeed, just for a lack of having a hold of what will be truly satisfying to your soul, what will really feel like a purpose. So as Mars moves into Aries, you may get a grip on that. Okay, and this reading, you know, if you found this, it's really meant to prepare you for what I'm about to say. As Mars moves into Aries at the end of the year, you very well may get a stronger sense of, okay, this is where I want to be. This is who I want to be. This is the way I want to heal people. This is exactly the type of creation or work that I want to do. And you don't have to get caught up in thinking this is my one only true life purpose. I don't want to say I don't believe in that. Some people do have one life purpose, but I don't believe in that for myself. I feel very purposeful when I do this work, but I love doing many things, and I intend to do many things and engage in many different types of work, as I always have, and find purposes different places. So you may be one of those, you know, that this is your purpose now, and then in 5 years it may be something else, etc., etc. So you don't have to get caught up in thinking that's what you will do forever, of course, but you are about to, at the end of this year, get a hold of what you want to do next, what you want to do for a significant amount of time. And yet, if you were waiting on someone, and see, we have this flame in this picture too. If you're waiting on someone that is a divine partnership, specifically a flame for some of you, you're going to continue to wait moving through January, and you're going to continue to feel this pull and this nudge that it's right around the corner. Keep working. And for a lot of you, it's just because the multiverse, the divine, what have you, needs you to work, keep working. And still, even as you move through the beginning of January onward, you know, February, this might be March, time being fluid. It's different for all of you. I don't want to box you into any certain time, or pretend that I can predict exactly, because by the time you reach March, with free will and the powers that be, many things on this timeline could have changed, right? But as you're progressing through the beginning of July, it's still, or July, where did that come from? I was thinking 2019, as you're progressing through the beginning of 2019. Wow. Okay, so for some of you, I don't even know where July came from, but for some of you, even as you reach the middle of 2019, it's still not time. It's still not time. And that's why I said at the beginning of this, what I want you to do is not lose hope. And that's why I started to tear up with you, because I see that some of you will start to, and that's why I said also that this is a preparation for those of you who have found this spread and identify with it, resonate with it. As you progress through the beginning of 2019 and even start to reach the middle of the year, you know, there's this cause for losing hope. There's this cause for questioning. Multiverse, why have you led me on? Why have you made me think that they're right around the corner? And consider that from a different perspective, a year or 2 years or even 5 years away is right around the corner. It is close. It may not be anywhere near as close as we want it to be, but it is close. And if you're wanting a more specific timeline, you know, that's something that you can achieve in these readings. We can take a look at it. I've certainly taken a look at that type of thing for myself. So, you know, if you want a reading like that gets more specific with your timeline, check out the private reading options or any readers. You know, that is something that we can get at, but not necessarily in a general reading. For some of you, obviously July is significant. That's about the time that this spread is saying you'll be realizing, like, holy shit, it's still not here. It's still not time. And that's where we can start to lose some faith and lose some hope in the whole process, the whole mission, the whole relationship. And the advice and the request here is please don't. But as I said to many of the signs, you know, that's your choice. This is just advice from a very wise friend, the tarot being that friend, that you can choose not to take. That by the time you reach that point, you know, you may have forgotten about this. But you have very important work to do outside of that relationship. You have love to give other people. That's not a romantic love. That's not a divine partnership, right? And to yourself as well, Pisces, which I see, again, I see you're doing now. And I think for a lot of you, it is in terms of your business, right? This moon may have illuminated certainly your zest for being an entrepreneur, your zest for moving other people, your ability to influence at large, and maybe in terms of a business that you even own or want to start, right? It may have injected you with a shot of power, and really a power that you always had, but just a knowledge that, oh, I can exercise this, I can influence people, I can influence them in the direction that I want to. And I know I see that coming as a benevolent move and force from you, Pisces, for sure, not a manipulative one in any sense, but at the same time, you know, that sense of direction is still coming, and is just as much of a gift as that divine partner would be or will be. They are coming, will be when they get here. And that's, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Your connection to your sense of purpose, your connection to those gifts from the divine, from the cosmos, that sense of direction being just as important and just as vital. And trust me, if you had the partner, but you were missing the purpose, or if you had the partner, but were missing your passion for other people or other creative activities and work outside of that partnership, if you had the partner, but were lacking, honestly, even the finances, because material wealth can be so important. If you had that, we're missing these other ingredients to a happy, healthy, fulfilling life, you would feel just as much without. And in your case, and in most individuals' cases who are on that mission, that path, that journey specifically that we've noted here, it is the will of the divine, we'll say, that the other elements, the passion and the purpose and the connection to other people, and how you want to love yourself, and how you want to love the world, and how you want to love these other people you help, it seems that it is the divine's will that those elements actually come into play first. And it makes sense if you consider that all of those other elements are making us who we want to be, molding us into who we want to be and into who we truly are, yes, but in some sense also just peeling away layers of things that aren't us in order to reach that authentic self that's always been there. And isn't that the version of yourself? Isn't that the truth that you want to offer to this partner? And I'm not saying that you can't call your partner in, and I'm also not saying that it's not different for all of us as far as the timing. It is, of course, but in most of our case, certainly if this resonated with you, it's a matter of it just taking longer than you'd like. You're feeling a little bit restless about that. And I so hope that move of Mars into Aries assuages some of that for most of you. That sense of direction, that sense of purpose. It looks like it's going to give you the strength to continue on certainly for a time. Thank you, magical full moon in Cancer and Mars moving into Aries. And again, it just looks like progressing through 2019, even mid-year, it would just on the path that you're on now, and we can edit that. That's why we're doing this, right? It would just start to get a little bit, we'll just start to feel a little without. We'll forget that the gift of showing ourselves this love and how magical and powerful these mystical acts of expanding our extra senses and diving into our own dreams and connecting with others in a platonic way. We'll just start to lose touch with how much those things mean to us. And that's just human, there's no shame in that. That's just human nature. We want that partnership. We want that divine partnership. And for some of you, you've met them and you're missing them and you want it back. So yeah, just I hope that this helped. I hope it offered the insight that you needed. I hope that it can edit that moment for you and keep you from losing faith and hope. And if not, come see me. I'll be here when you start feeling that way. I'm sure that this message will resurface, and I'm sure that we can remind you, right? So with that, I will just say I love you, Pisces, and I will post another tarot fix for you very soon. Make wise choices moving forward.